for the facts that you need to know.
Erin Elmore and Newsmax contributor and retired gunnery sergeant Jesse Jane Duff. Ladies, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Thank you.
All right, so this was a really interesting interaction. I watched the whole thing. It got a lot of attention, a lot of questions drawn from it. So I want to play a clip for our viewers of Senator Ted Cruz questioning the FBI official Jen Sanborn's yesterday. Watch.
Did any FBI agents or FBI informants actively encourage and incite crimes of violence on January 6th?
Right. It didn't convince you otherwise. But Erin, a man named Ray Epps, he was seen on January 5th encouraging people to storm the Capitol on the 6th. Protesters accused him of being a federal agent. And Senator Cruz brought up this person to the FBI woman, Ms. Sanborn, and asked her if she was aware of Ray Epps and who he was. Watch.
Ms. Sanborn, who is Ray Epps?
I'm aware of the individual, sir. I don't have the specific background to him.
Ms. Sanborn, was Ray Epps a Fed?
Interesting part about this. If he wasn't a part of the FBI, you think that she'd be prepared to give an answer on his background and say, wasn't FBI, here is his background, what we do know. She doesn't even say, she just says, I'm aware, but I don't know his background.
It's very troubling. And after listening to all of the testimony from FBI official Jill Sanborn, it is clear that our federal government, our FBI, who is supposed to be there to protect the citizens of the United States, they're complicit in staging an insurrection. They're extremely dishonest about Ray Epps, who was a former Marine. And it's shockingly, he was charged with nothing. People were charged for doing far less than using the words that he said. And Nancy Pelosi already said, whether it was a tweet or it was on Twitter, that he is completely in the clear and that he wasn't working for the federal government. And it just makes you realize who is protecting the American people here. And people on the left are getting behind this and saying, you know, it's okay. But it's when it happens to the government, it happens on the left. It can happen anywhere, whether it's the right or the left or the center. And you know what people like Nancy Pelosi and Jill Sanborn and other Democrats in elected office should do? They should condemn all acts of violence, whether they occurred on January 6th or Portland or Seattle or New York City. You cannot be taken seriously if you don't treat all acts of violence the same. And the reason why they do not is because they are using January 6th as a means to censor conservatives, jail conservatives, and chill free speech. This is really terrifying for the American people, and everyone should wake up.
It's a good point, Erin, and we've talked about it many times on this show, how we have condemned all acts of violence, no matter what side they were. And there were things that happened on January 6th that were not right, and they should be prosecuted accordingly. But one of the interesting things that I want to continue to say about Ray Epps, there were these two posters that were out there. They were seeking information. Then they suddenly went away, and this man suddenly went away. I'll give you the final word. Only have about 30 seconds left for you.
You know, it's just deeply troubling. And as Americans, we completely deserve better. And I listened to a lot of what Tom Cotton said. I listened to a lot of what Ted Cruz said. And I think people like this should be holding the FBI and the Assistant Attorney General, Matthew Olson, hold their feet to the fire. We do deserve change. We do deserve to see better. And by the way, targeting Donald Trump is very short-sighted. We have Governor DeSantis, who's coming out and is a very strong leader. Just targeting President Trump, who's an 80-year-old man, is short-sighted because Republicans have a lot of longevity here. The America First movement is the future of the Republican Party. So the left cannot silence us. They cannot stop us. We are here to stay.
Making that clear. Ladies, good to see you. Hope to see you again. Right, up next.